Okay, I wasn't going to say anything else about this, um, but, you know, GOP and everything, it just, how does it not make your blood boil at all reading this shit? Okay, so I'm really trying to understand how this would work. Patriot Take says, Bobo suggests hiding illegal firearms by staging a boating accident or lying to law enforcement about one. I foresee many, many boating accidents in the near future. I recommend you get a boat if you don't have one, or find a friend once so you can say you were on it. Look at this moron. Conservatives, back the blue, also conservatives, lie to the police. Yeah, the police they care so much about, right? So long as it's about what they want. And that's the problem here. Okay, so you have standing politicians, you have representatives of the states, okay, instructing citizens on how to circumvent the law, or telling you how you can find legal loopholes or even outright commit crimes when it comes to their assumed rights. Those rights are to multiple automatic weapons, of course. First off, if the laws were to shift radically in favor of gun control, you wouldn't be able to do any of these things, okay, because it would be illegal. You know, law and order party, back the blue, illegal, Bobo. Just like your law and order party wants to make abortion illegal. But when it comes to guns, Bobo from the law and order party doesn't care. Not only does she and others of her ilk not care about what the majority of the people in this country demand every day, especially in recent years, you know, but even if amendments are changed and the law were to reflect this, reflect what I think it's over 80%, maybe even upwards of 90% of this country wants, they're going to fight and raise hell, because they see their hard-ons for AKs as some infallible right that must never be questioned, even if they have to break the law to keep doing what they want. And it is about what they want. It's not about a need, like fundamental human rights. Because, of course, when it comes to human rights, those real inalienable tenets, which should be cemented into our law books permanently, things like bodily autonomy and reproductive choice, reproductive autonomy, privacy when it comes to your medical and personal affairs. Law and order, all of a sudden, is going to make it all go away instantly. That's what these people think. Law and order is going to be a sufficient deterrent when it comes to taking away people's fundamental human rights. So it's going to work like this. They actually think, and they do think this because they're trying it every day, they're just going to take away the most fundamental human rights from people based about, I'd say 90-10, 90 in favor of religion and 10% good old-fashioned GOP cruelty and blatant ignorance. I could be wrong on those numbers. Maybe it's more like 80-20. Maybe it's 50-50. I don't know. I'm just going to say 90-10 here. You have religion. You have good old-fashioned GOP stupidity. And just like that, everyone is going to fall in line with their sick little agenda for control of everyone, every single body in this country. Bobo, right here, is going to cling to the Second Amendment like fungus on a bee's ass, while failing to understand that amendments are called amendments because they are meant to be changed with the times. They are meant to be changed with the population. They are meant to be changed like passing fashion, fleeting trends. There are trends in population. There are trends in culture. There are trends in people, just like with anything else. And there are 1,000 different burning questions regarding that whole right to bear arms thing in our day and age, our day and age especially. The most pressing would probably be, what do you think your founding fathers would think about 100 bullets per second, or a land in which no invader is present? Nobody from some other country is marching across your land. So people are gunning down school children instead with that 100 bullet per second thingy. What do you think your founding fathers would do if they knew about the existence of fully automatic weapons? What do you think they would say if they were told school children, not even like 17, 18, we're talking babies, are being gunned down on a nearly daily basis in this country? Bobo seems to fail to understand that there are other amendments to the Constitution. And like her ilk, love to bring up when it comes to a woman's uterus. And this is a fucking woman saying this. When it comes to a woman's uterus, they love to bring this up. But right to life is one of the major tenets supporting this country. Right to life is why people don't want their children killed in schoolyards or in classrooms. Well, when you are wearing AK-47 pins to your job, what you are saying outright is that your focus on jacking off your gun barrel is more important to you than what like 90% of your countrymen are demanding daily. That's what you're saying. That's what all of them are saying. Many of them are small children who are dying by gun violence today. They say the number one cause of death for children in America right now is being shot. That 90%, I could be wrong. Maybe it's more like 80-some%. I haven't checked recently. The numbers are definitely high, very, very high. High in a way that they should not be ignoring. Many of these people are scores of people across this country that have lost their loved ones, including these small children. And they're not losing them to the redcoats. They're not losing them to the Japanese. They're not losing them to aliens. They're losing them to fucking incels with automatic weapons. All right? When you instruct people as a political leader on how to break the law badly, like this guy says right here. Okay, I'm really trying to understand how this would work. You know, of course, because it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Bobo, I could see Bobo doing something like this, and she would probably end up on one of those, like, primetime crime shows about how fucking dumb the perpetrator was, and then you could watch her, like, 2-hour taped confession at the police station. This is who people are listening to. And, you know, when you simultaneously support and fight tooth and nail for the bills that, you know, intrude on human rights. You're doing this at the same time as a political leader. As a political leader, you're instructing people on how to break the law very badly over a completely fabricated, neurotic, paranoid fear that all of your toys are going to be taken away. All of your precious little guns, all of your precious toys are going to be whisked away while there are people suffering and dying over guns every day. You are a redneck who needs to be ousted immediately from office. Bobo is a redneck who needs to be ousted immediately from office for being this type of person. And when she simultaneously, I will just say you, when you simultaneously, because it's not just her, fight tooth and nail for bills that meanwhile intrude, stomp all over basic human rights, and cause immense pain and suffering for all involved, then you are a psychotic redneck who needs to be ousted immediately from office. And when you have the unmitigated gall to claim America first and party of children and right to life and pro-life, doing all of this shit as well as actively voting against shit, fighting against shit like food stamps and welfare and WIC and school lunches, then you are not only a psychotic redneck who needs to be ousted, you need to be ousted first and then given a psychiatric evaluation and held criminally accountable as well. I don't want psychotics running my country. I don't want psychotics making decisions on my life. I don't want psychotics making decisions on your life. And I am sick and fucking tired of hearing about these dumbass fucking GOP nutcases perverting the Constitution, perverting people's rights, and perverting plain fucking English so they can bro code each other on how to own the libs, how to own what are sane, rational, normal adults. I am sick of living in a fucking clown show of a country now. I want to enjoy clowns when I choose to be entertained. I don't want them thrust in my face every goddamn day when I turn on the news. I don't want to see this clown shit. I don't want to hear this clown shit. It has no place in my government. It has no place making laws, passing laws, proposing bills. I'm fucking sick of it. Fuck this GOP shit, I'm telling you, and fuck Bobo. I'm sorry, I just had to get that out. Had to say it. I just want to see what else people say. Almost like they need to create a thin moral standards flag for them to stand behind. Oh yeah, kind of forgot about the Confederate flag. What she's suggesting isn't a new trend. Yep. Still so odd, though hardly surprising anymore, how much law and order conservatives are into breaking laws. Of course, because it's all about what they want. When it comes to, not about toys, when it comes to fundamental human rights, law and order will make everything stop. Bans will make everything stop. Harsh language will make everything stop. Fuck you, Bobo, and fuck the GOP.